Hey everyone, it's Cynthia Ray here. I hope I am live on Facebook right now in our Facebook group. I'm going to check the Facebook page for one sec. Give me one sec here. Okay, it looks like I am on. And welcome. So today's kind of been an impromptu kind of a day for me. And I was actually just planning on doing for our Thursday Live a replay of one of my previously live videos from over the past month or two. But I felt really inspired that I needed to talk to you all about, again, readdressing um, overeating, not just overeating, but mindless eating or emotional eating. So I know, maybe because I'm experiencing this personally, but let me know if you can resonate with this. So I know for me, being at home, which I normally am with the kids, homeschooling and so on, which is normal for us. But I've been noticing that I've been craving lots of different types of foods. Not really lots of different types, more often having cravings for foods, sugary foods than I normally do. And so I thought, what's going on here? And I kind of noticed myself really wanting ice cream in the afternoon or after I eat a meal or something sweet, which isn't abnormal, but the intensity of the craving for me has been. So I'm kind of looking into myself, giving myself, stepping back, like I've told you guys before, stepping back for that 20 minutes or so, getting myself busy doing something else. Or if I'm still kind of picking at something after lunch, like today, to stop myself. And sometimes it's really hard because I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. But then I'd make a decision, put it down, walk away, get busy with a craft like I just was doing with my daughter and moving on. And so what I'm trying to figure out is what's different for me. And the only thing I could think of, I know everything going on with our world today is kind of crazy, but because we're not able to do as many things as we normally do, I'm noticing that I'm probably bored. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is, but I think I may be bored and looking for something more exciting. It's really like a mouth hunger. Like I just want something crunchy or sweet to just occupy my mouth. So what I've tried already is I've tried sucking on a piece of really 80% really dark chocolate. I've had some sparkling water with flavor like lemon or lime or grapefruit. And I haven't tried chewing gum yet, but that's my next thing. And at the same time, I'm wondering, maybe I just need to acknowledge it. Maybe I just need to go with it and see what happens. But yesterday, what I did find out is I did go for something sweet. I had some dark chocolate covered almonds that I had in our house, and it was good, but it kind of left me wanting more. And I decided not to. I just let it go. And then later in the day, as I was craving sugar more, I just kind of, thought about it, was mindful about it. And then when I came home, I was hungry. I came home from a hike with my husband. I came home and noticed I was actually hungry. I wasn't necessarily craving sweets. I was just hungry. So I had some protein and it pretty much knocked it out. So the reason why I'm sharing the story with you in these instances is because I'm wondering if any of you are experiencing something similar. If you're noticing boredom eating, frustration eating, anger eating, lonely eating, whatever it happens to be that may be related to what we're all dealing with right now in our culture. So let me know if you are watching this live, please comment and let me know, share with me how you're doing with your food. Are you getting more creative with your food because you're at home more? Are you bored and finding yourself wanting to munch on things? Are you enjoying maybe the extra time to prepare meals and plan meals? Tell me what it is that you're doing with your food right now and see how we can help each other through this. So, and I'm sure because I feel really driven and drawn to share this with you all that I'm not the only one that's experiencing this. So share with me what's going on. The other thing I wanted to share with you too, as you're commenting, even if you're watching this recorded, please comment so we can share. The other thing I wanted to let you all know about is my project that I've been working on for over about a year now, actually last March, called the Well Within Lifestyle Academy program. And it's a 10 module program. I'm just going to give you a little review. 10 module program that is helping women who are basically chronic dieters over the years and sometimes may feel that their body weight and shape and just overall sense of well-being is tied up in how they look. And actually, let me take that back. Let me see if I can explain this better. So I want to help women who have been dieting over the years, who feel like their self-image and who they are is tied up in their body weight and body image and types of foods that they eat and how much they exercise and things like that. So my goal is to help those women to learn an alternative lifestyle to dieting, but to identify those emotions that are wrapped up in their identity when it comes to eating. So it's kind of a lot happening, but there's actually basically my private practice in a nutshell. What I was doing with my clients who would come in and wanted to lose weight, we would really dive in and look at the emotions that they're experiencing, the behaviors that they're doing, and how we can resolve them using behavioral tactics, addressing the emotions that are driving the behaviors. So I'm working on that. I'm almost done, actually. I keep saying I'm almost done, but there seems to be more and more things to do before I actually launch it. So editing is pretty much done. And right now I'm just working on the final marketing phase so I can bring it and produce it to the world and you as well. So keep an eye out for that. I'm kind of in the ending stages, I believe. I keep thinking I am, but there still seems to be more to do to make it just right for you. So I have that coming. And in the meantime, though, just a couple of weeks ago, I remember talking about overcoming overeating in a previous video with you all, and thought it would be a really great idea to develop a document that would really map out all of the points that I made in that particular video. And I love it. I'm actually really proud of this particular document that I created. I was so intrigued and so I learned so much, so enlightened about the information that I researched about it, about emotions and food behavior, which is my favorite thing in the world, and put it on paper for you. I mapped it all out, did all the research, put it on paper for you so that you could have it in one pack. So the title of that particular handout is called Overcoming Overeating, a guide to how to do it. So I include background research, a little bit of science in there about why we do what we do and how we generally crave carbohydrates to calm ourselves down. In a nutshell is what I'm saying. To calm ourselves down when we're feeling stressed, bored, angry, overwhelmed, depressed, you name it. And those carbohydrates really allow us to bring in serotonin and really calm our minds and our bodies down, and even provide us a sense of comfort and affirmation and love and closeness, and all those things are associated with comfort food. So if you find yourself wanting to eat something that's a little bit more sweet and creamy, usually that means or indicates that you may want a hug or affirmation, or just some comfort. If you're wanting something more carby that's salty and crunchy, it's usually that you're angry, frustrated, just those high, strong emotions that crunching down can actually help to release that serotonin to cause a feeling of relaxation all over your body, starting from your brain, right? So this particular handout includes all of these details, as well as how to distinguish between emotional hunger and physical hunger. And that, for so many, could be such a gray area, especially when the cravings for food are so strong. Sometimes it's hard to tell, oh my goodness, am I actually hungry? Or am I just wanting food because I'm having some emotion that needs to be calmed or eased or soothed? So included in there are some of those things about how to identify physical hunger and emotional hunger. And that just actually happened to me today. When I was eating lunch, I grabbed, I had some chicken, sliced chicken, and I had some veggies and some dip. And after I cleaned up and put everybody's lunch plates away, the chicken was still out. And I was noticing myself just kind of standing on the kitchen counter. And I wasn't standing on the kitchen counter. I was standing up near the kitchen counter and just grabbing little bits of chicken from the chicken box that I had there and eating it. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is tasty. I love it. But am I really hungry right now? What's going on? So I stopped, put it away, and went on with my day and checked in with my kids to see how they were doing with their schoolwork. And like I said, did some crafts with my daughter, which really helped to occupy me. And I think I also had, I had a lime or lemon flavored sparkling water, which actually really filled me up and pretty much took that craving away. So anyway, so I want to share with you exactly how to identify the difference between physical hunger and an emotional need for food, and then what to do instead of eating when you're experiencing an emotional need for food, right? Because when we're eating when we're not hungry physically hungry on a regular basis, our body's wondering, wait, I'm not asking for food physiologically. So I guess, I'm eating our food's coming in because I need to store it for a future famine. And your body will store it as body fat, right? However, when you're eating when you're hungry on a regular basis and stopping when you're satisfied, your body's going to balance itself out. And some days, for many reasons, you may want to eat more food or eat more frequently. You might wonder, oh my gosh, why am I so hungry all the time today? But we don't really know. Maybe you were more active yesterday than you were today. Maybe your body's fighting something and you eat a little extra food today. Maybe your body's fighting something and you don't want to eat very much today. There's so many reasons why our bodies need for food, and calories change all the time. Although we're generally can be found in a specific range of calorie needs, there are times when we are a little bit higher or a little bit lower, just depending on our physiological need that day. So it completely takes the burden off of trying to figure out how much to eat when you can just use your body as your gauge, eating when you're physically hungry and stopping when you're satisfied. So take a moment, or time this week to really be intentional about being mindful about your body's need for food, and then stopping eating when you're satisfied, putting the food away and moving on. And times maybe when you're noticing that you're having, bouts of emotional eating and you're wondering, why am I eating right now? Or you may be even doing it mindlessly and not even aware of it, you're doing it. And like I said, that eating mindlessly or emotionally in the absence of physical hunger on a regular basis is actually the recipe for weight gain. Of course, there's other factors that come into play with weight gain, hormonal changes, what else? Thyroid, which is a hormonal changes, or just maybe more water retention, or just, changes in our workout where you're either gaining more muscle or you're not exercising as frequently as you were. And so now you're gaining more body fat. So I know that there are certain conditions where it's harder to lose weight than normal, but generally, for the general overall healthy person, eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're satisfied is the key to managing weight without having to count calories. And the nice thing is that once you really understand about how to eat nutritionally balanced meals throughout your day, then you will not only maintain a healthy body weight, but you also feel really good, right? You'll eating plenty of fruits and vegetables and whole food products, whole food meats, beans, rice, things like that. Your body will automatically be loaded up with immune boosting nutrients that will help to offset any disease or illness that you may come in contact with at any time in your life, no matter what's going on in the world, but any kind of, sickness. So your body's already charged up and ready for that. Not only that, but you're going to have tons of energy, or a lot more energy, because you're eating a well-balanced diet that's giving you just the right amount of everything that you need to avoid those highs and lows of energy in your day. So that would include eating a source of protein. This is for a meal. Eating a source of protein in your meal, including a vegetable in your meal, and a carbohydrate source, which could be either fruit, rice, bread, tortillas, potatoes, quinoa, like I said, brown rice, some kind of a starch or pasta that you could balance out your meal with. So you might have heard me say this before, but it's a really good idea to structure your day so that you're eating heavier protein in the morning, balanced out by a little bit more carbohydrates in the afternoon. So that way, since protein helps you to focus and perform tasks better and have more energy, it's better to have that earlier in the day so that you can have more energy throughout the day, balanced by carbohydrates later in the day. You can still have carbs during the day, but being a little bit heavier on the carbs and leaner on the protein later in the day so that you can start to relax and calm and get yourself ready for a good night's sleep, since carbohydrates induce sleep. So also another nutrition tip too would be to keep as much color in your diet as possible. The more colors, fruits, veggies, things, more colorful foods that you have in your diet indicate how much nutrients you have in your diet, because those colors in the foods are actually the nutrients that are in them. Like, for example, carrots, they're orange because they're high in beta carotene, or lemons or oranges or limes are more of a yellowish green color because that's the color of vitamin C in nature. So the more colors that you have in your food, than your diet and in your food, the more nutrients you're going to have naturally in your diet, right? So the whole food forms are the way to go. Also, I've provided in the past, and maybe I'll do it for you again, is the Dirty Dozen Clean 15 list. So you'll know exactly what foods or what produce to choose for organic, and foods that you don't have to get organic, so you can save some money, but also won't really have an effect on your well-being. So really balancing out your diet with lots of color and protein and carbs at certain times of the day. Also, as far as, let's see, the thing I was going to tell you, balance. Oh, as far as when, to allow yourself to eat treat foods, if it's something like a sugary or salty, crunchy treat, something that's, they say cheat food, but I actually can't stand that word because we're not cheating anybody. It's just food. But you know what I mean? Like those types of foods, the best way to balance that out is to allow yourself to have 80 to 90% of your whole food, balanced food diet, balanced by 10 to 20% of foods that are more treat foods, more fun foods. So that way you're getting a nice balance of foods in your diet. You're eating when you're hungry. You're stopping when you're satisfied. You're acknowledging your body's needs for certain types of foods. I know sometimes too, I'll eat something carby and it'll knock me out. I'll feel exhausted. I know. I just realized that if I have waffles or pancakes with any kind of sweetener on it, it gives me a headache and I'm exhausted. But I did find, I'm excited about this, but if I do have foods like that, if I have pancakes or waffles or French toast or something like that, but my husband likes to make in the morning for us, I can do it if I have like whipped cream on it, which isn't very sugary, or just have it plain with butter. They're still pretty tasty with my coffee. And I'm fine. I don't have that sugar high and sugar low. Or if I'm about to exercise after breakfast, then I will have a little bit of sweetener with my pancakes, and it'll just give me an extra energy boost in my workout. But if I'm not working out, forget it. I won't feel so good. So for me, that's what I had to realize, what works for me. And I'm sure that there's certain instances that you may have come up with where you've noticed, like, if I eat this particular food a certain time of day, I know I'm going to feel terrible. But I know if I eat this type of food at this time of day, and I'm going to feel great and have a great workout. So really listen to your body, and really, if you haven't already, really start to set an intention about being more mindful about how the foods you eat affect you, not only physically, but with your energy and emotionally, and even with brain clarity. Certain foods can give you more brain clarity. Like I was saying, like protein is great for that, for brain clarity, and carbs kind of induce more of a sleep, comfy, relaxed atmosphere, if that's what you're looking for as well. So anyway, I just wanted to share all of these things with you today, and just really look at food and emotions, why we're eating what we're eating. The other thing, as far as why we're eating what we're eating, is sometimes, we may have certain cravings, or really, want chocolate or ice cream or cake or salty, crunchy, delicious, greasy chips, whatever it may be. But those can also be indicators of an imbalance in your diet. Um, what's very common is having a magnesium deficiency, which actually brings on sugar or chocolate cravings. And magnesium in particular is a water soluble mineral. And what you're going to find is that it's very easy for our bodies to rid itself or get depleted of magnesium, either with stress, with exercise, under hydration, and even sugar consumption. There's a few others too, actually allow or produce a depletion of magnesium in your body. And some of the symptoms of magnesium depletion are muscle twitching. Sometimes if people are sitting and they kind of twitch, your leg might twitch or tremble, or you might even feel like a funny feeling. Your legs, like their skin is crawling. You just can't stop moving them around. You can't help but move them around because they feel kind of achy. If you feel kind of like achy in your body, your neck, your muscles in your body feel stiff, that also can be an indicator of a magnesium deficiency. Or if you're having a hard time recovering from soreness from exercise, again, that can be another indicator of magnesium deficiency. I'm sure there's others, but usually it's musculoskeletal, where you're going to notice like tight, stiff muscles. You're going to notice just like, feeling achy and just not recovering, or muscle twitching. So it's important to get in daily magnesium to keep your levels up and replenished. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but so I just want to share with you about eating and emotions, and distinguishing between emotional eating and physical hunger, and the importance of the two. It's so nice, when you can travel anywhere around the world and take a non-diet approach to nutrition, and just using your body as an indicator for how much to eat, when to stop eating, when to start eating, when to start eating, when to stop eating, how much to eat, and what to eat based on your body's needs, instead of having to pick and choose foods based on what somebody else told you from a diet. So that's truly the difference between a diet and mindful and intuitive eating. Is a diet is somebody else imposing their rules on you for eating, and mindful and intuitive eating is going inside your body and listening for cues and things that you need to eat. So really be aware of that. I tell my clients in my practice in the past that it's really impossible to tell somebody what they need to be eating, or that they should eat more or less, because we can't feel what they're feeling. Everybody has a different response to food. Although there's lots of commonality, there's also differences. I know with my son Cooper growing up, he loves his bread. And for me, just the thought of it gives me a headache and makes me sleepy. And he's completely fine. And for so many years of him growing up, I would try to limit the amount of bread he would eat, or carbs, or whatever. And finally, as he got older, I'm sure he told me something that just like sparked my thinking, like, oh my goodness, this actually is okay for him, and he feels good eating this way. And if I was trying to impose my diet rules on him based on what I thought was right for him, he would have felt terrible. So just as if he was trying to impose his diet style on me, I would feel terrible. So really being aware of and mindful of what works for you and what works for somebody else is key. And really staying away from trying your best friend's diet, who she may have lost, a ton of weight and is feeling good. But for you, it may not work for you, because you are a different person with different needs. So you can try it, of course, but you may or may not get the same result. So just to give you a little heads up on that. So, okay. So I want to share with you the document I created. I'm going to see if I can share my screen here. And I'm also going to add a link so you can get your own copy of it, and it'll be emailed directly to your inbox. So let me see if I can get that. Let's see. I think I have it on here. Hang on one sec. up here. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the cover that I love. I love how it turned out. So it's called Overcome Overeating, a how-to guide. And this is separate than the rest of the document, but I'm going to show you that. And then here is the rest of the document. Strategies to overcome overeating. Let me scroll down here. Oh, wait, this is not the right one. Let me see if I can find the one. This is actually just the rough copy, but I have it. It's super cute in a different document here. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe it's in here. I'm not for sure. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe I can't find it. Let me see if I can find it in one more spot so I can share it with you. Okay, so here's this. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here is the, so you can open it all the way. Here's the cover, and well, let me go to more. So just a welcome letter, and it's really cute. I like the way it turned out. So it's just all the information that you need about learning how to overcome overeating. What are the emotional triggers we experience? How does the food help? Why does the food help? And really identifying your mood with the food that you're eating. It's really interesting, actually. Some of the common emotional factors and triggers. And then I share several strategies for overcoming overeating. Becoming a mindful eater, eating when you're hungry, which I just kind of briefly went over with you. Stop when you're no longer hungry. Halt, using halt, hungry, angry, lonely, tired to stop yourself before you move into emotional eating. And then down here, it's the physical hunger and emotional hunger cues, how you know the difference. And physical hunger develops slowly over time, and then emotional hunger usually comes on suddenly. And then usually can wait it out within 20 to 30 minutes for it to go away. And some other tips is setting a daily intention of what you plan to do for your health that day, turning inward to practice like meditation to really calm yourself down and center yourself. And then just understanding that slip-ups or backsliding is a part of the healing process and moving forward. And then I just explain in detail more about the eating and diet cycle and how we can get out of it. And then just a little summary on exactly what I discussed and some of the things I shared with you, and then an invitation to join our private Facebook community. So anyhow, just I was excited to share that with you all. So thank you for allowing me to do that. Let me stop sharing my screen here. And yeah, so that's about it. So if you would like a copy, I would love to give you one. I'm excited about what I created and how it could help you. And then feel free to share it with a friend. I just want to create a document that you could print out and have available when you are struggling with emotional eating, and have on hand a resource to look at to know what to do. Because sometimes I know if I'm struggling, it's really hard for me to remember, oh my goodness, I'm in the middle of this. What did I even write? What did I research? What am I supposed to do? I know to stop and I know how to recognize it, but then what do I do? So it's really nice to have a printed resource that you can refer to and have on hand and be like, okay, let me go grab it, or have it on your phone to open up real quick and see, okay, number one, I need to stop. Number two, I need to turn around and walk away. And number three, I need to go find something that's more interesting and will occupy my mind. And actually, you know what, yesterday, what I did is I decided, I'm like, I just need more excitement in my day. I'm just really bored. We're not doing the same activities that we do with the kids in the afternoon and going to practices and doing stuff. And what I'm going to do, and I can't go shopping, so I'm just going to go online on Macy's.com and do some shopping. And I really didn't buy anything. I just put stuff in my shopping cart, and I did some window shopping online, which was really fun and occupied my time and gave me a feeling of, this is cool and something exciting to do. So find your thing that's exciting. I even went for a run and did some exercise with the kids, but I really didn't feel fulfilled. Spend time with my Bible and prayer. And then for me, it was the online shopping or online window shopping that really helped me feel excited about my day and what was going on. So anyway, so I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for hanging out with me this Thursday. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing next Thursday for our Thursday Live, either doing a replay or going off the cuff and coming to you with something that I really feel I need to share. So please share with me anything that you want to learn more about. I'm here for you. I'm your wellness coach. I'm helping you. Please share with me. And I want to make sure I'm giving you exactly what you need, because I can't read your mind. I don't know what you need, but you need to tell me what you need more of. Or if you're enjoying these topics, please let me know too, so I can expand on it and give you more information and more research on how to practically apply these things to your daily life. So have a fantastic Thursday, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.